What's going on, everybody? Today in this video, we're gonna talk about a question that I get a lot, which is, hey, I've kind of got my swing dialed in, but how do I keep it maintained? I'm worried I'm going to lose it. So we're gonna talk about that idea here today, here in the studio. Hey everybody, Scott Hogan coming at you. We're here in the Bay. Again, we're working on getting our games ready. The spring is right around the corner. Even people in the southern states and places where maybe you golf year round normally, you've been going through a deep freeze. I'm glad to hear that a lot of those people are getting out of that or starting to work their way out of that. That is not what we want to hear as we look to the people in the southern states. Although up here in the north, we're kind of like, hey, welcome to our world a little bit. But again, not what we want to see from people that normally don't have to deal with this stuff. So glad to hear everybody's starting to get a little bit back to normal and going on, and we're gonna be back to playing some golf here soon, we hope. Today, we're gonna talk about what can we do to maintain our swings, and this is stuff that we talk a lot about in our masterclass. Some of these ideas you're gonna see in our Range Warrior to On-Course Hero class, but we're gonna be tailoring those to what you specifically need to do. But one of the things that we need to do is once we find our swing, once we have a golf swing, we have to learn how to maintain it so it doesn't get too far off. So what normally happens, okay? Normally what happens to people when they come and take a lesson, and I always tell people when they take a lesson that in golf, you can always do too much of a good thing or too much of pretty much everything. There is nothing that you want to do that I would say you want to just keep doing it forever. Keep doing that feel, because what happens is you will start to go too far the other direction. Let's take getting shallow, for example. This is something a lot of people like to do in their golf swing. They try to get the club up and then they're trying to shallow the club out. Now, for a lot of people, it's gonna have to feel like you are going super far to the shallow side and you're gonna have to exaggerate to get to where you wanna get to. However, if you do that for several months or a year, you eventually will push too far. Your body will loosen up. You're gonna get so comfortable with the idea that you're gonna get too far to the other direction. You'll be too shallow. Yes, there is a thing as too shallow. You'll start hitting the ball thin, you might chunk a few, and you're gonna start hitting big blocks and hooks. So we never wanna just constantly push towards one end of the spectrum or the other. So we have to develop a way to start maintaining our golf swing once you figure out what's going on. So this is where the scenario that we're gonna say is, let's say you've taken a lesson, I work with people online, they say, all right, hey, we're gonna work on our swing and try to get this. Okay, cool. We verify it with video, they're working with a live view, something like that. They're gonna get to a certain part of their golf swing. From there, we'll say, hey, that's pretty good, we're where we wanna be. Now, what will happen is they're gonna develop some sort of shot. So they'll have some sort of shot shape. Okay, so let's say I hit that shot. That ball started a little bit right of the line and it's trying to draw back. For me, that's honestly the shot I would like to hit. But I might show up one day and my swing just might feel like, all right, it's just not quite there. And what I'll get is something that's maybe a little bit like that. It's starting right and it's fading off to the right side, okay? And then we might get a vice versa. I might get a shot that actually starts a little bit too far to the right and it actually starts to hook. Or that one actually started on the line or maybe even a little left of the line. Either way, we start having a hook shape to our shot that day. Very, very possible that that could happen. What do really good players do that helps them avoid struggling with this or letting their swing get too far to one direction? Well, what they do is they use an idea called neutralization, okay? Neutralization, exactly what it sounds like. You are neutralizing your golf swing. Really, really good players that have worked on their swings and they're trying to maintain a golf swing are going to use this where basically they're gonna look at what shot they're hitting and they're gonna hit the opposite, okay? So it might sound easy to do, or it's like, hey, Scott, that's super basic, what do you mean? Like, that's not gonna help anything. What that's gonna do is, in golf, we're only talking about, when you have a golf swing, you can be off by 1 or 2 degrees and your shot will not end up how you want to. Now, does that mean you need to break down your entire golf swing? I think you shouldn't do that unless it's really becoming a problem and you can't find your way back. That would be the equivalent of if Steph Curry's out shooting threes and he keeps hitting the back of the rim every single time. Would he go change his entire motion, how he shoots a basketball, or would he just go and shoot more shots, maybe try and adjust and hit the front of the rim, things like that he's gonna put into his game. It's our version in golf of doing that. So let's say I was struggling on hitting that ball that was going a little bit to the right, okay? So what I'm gonna do then, because I'm doing this and trying to neutralize, I need to work on starting to hit some shots that curve to the left. So what I'm gonna do, make sure the face is pointing left, and I'm gonna swing way out to the right, and even start seeing it, maybe feel like I'm swinging at my golf bag over there. And I'm gonna hit some shots that curve left, okay? So that ball started a little right of the line, curved left of the line. I would say that one's pretty darn good, and actually that's even better than I was intending to do. I would rather see a bigger hook when we start doing this. So I'll try one more. Let's see if I can get more hook on it. A little bit more. I didn't hit that one as good as the last one. It wasn't too bad though. So now I'm starting to learn how to shape my swing for different directions. This is a great exercise because what's gonna happen is it's just gonna take my swing I've already done and it's gonna shift it back into the right direction. Again, you don't have to do major surgery on a swing for it to get to where you need it to be. You also don't have to have a major problem in your swing to hit shots that are offline. So sometimes once you've got your swing kind of where you want, it's very important to start playing this game of hitting certain shots and getting the ball to curve certain directions. If you ever go to a range, or if you ever watch the range on TV, especially during like the major weeks, you are going to see a lot of guys that are hitting shots and curving the ball both directions. They're doing that because they want their swing to be what they call neutralized. They're trying to get it as close to center as possible, feeling like, hey, I've got what I need for the week. This is what they do. They would hit these shots. If I was hitting hooks, I would work on trying to do the other direction and just start hitting some fade feeling shots and getting a feel for how that works. And then after I feel like I've got it dialed in, I would put a target out there and I would try to hit some shots at that target and try to pick the ball flight that I want, see how it neutralizes. It's something that we have to do if we're gonna play at a high level. We do this with my college team all the time. We do this with our high school players that have gone from shooting 110 to shooting mid-70s in a matter of months because they get focused on the right ideas and learning how to use their swing to control the ball the way they want to. So neutralization, one of the most important concepts in golf, also one of the most ignored concepts in golf, but we want to talk about it here because we want you to go out there and try to get better, start thinking about how you're going to control the ball, start trusting your swing more, and start figuring out how to hit shots. That's how you really shoot lower scores. So if you have any questions about it, please leave a comment down below. We'd love to talk about it. And also make sure you sign up for our online class if you want to figure out what you specifically need for your game so you can have a plan to go out and practice, get better, and know what you need to work on to shoot your best scores this year. Otherwise, thanks for watching, everybody. If you're not a subscriber, click that subscribe button down below, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.